I am kind, I am magical, I am divine, I am intelligent, I am confident, I am resilient, I am provident, I am, 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 I am. I am phenomenal.
I am phenomenal.
Stunning, remarkable.
Stunning, remarkable.
I am illustrious.
I am illustrious.
Important and glorious.
Important, glorious.
I am phenomenal.
I am phenomenal.
Stunning, remarkable.
Stunning, remarkable.
I am illustrious.
I am illustrious.
Important and glorious.
Important, glorious.
I am light.
I am alive.
I am real. I am woman. I shed tears. I am heaven sent. I am relevant. I am the evidence. I am who I am.
I am, 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 I am.
I am, I am, I am.
I am, 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 I am.
I am, I am, I am. I am phenomenal.
I am phenomenal.
Stunning, I'm remarkable.
Stunning, remarkable.
I am illustrious.
I am illustrious.
Important and glorious.
Important, glorious.
I am phenomenal.
I am phenomenal.
Stunning, remarkable.
Stunning, remarkable.
I am illustrious.
I am illustrious.
Important and glorious.
Important, glorious.
You cannot tell me that I am not who I am.
Come on. I am, I am, I am, I am. I am, 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 I am.
I am, I am, I am phenomenal.
I am phenomenal.
Stunning, remarkable.
Stunning, remarkable.
I am illustrious.
I am illustrious.
Important and glorious.
Important, glorious.
I am phenomenal.
I am phenomenal.
Stunning, remarkable.
Stunning, remarkable.
I am illustrious.
I am illustrious.
Important and glorious.
Important, glorious.
I am, I am, I am, I am, I am, I am. I am, I am,
I am, I am, I am, I am,
I am, I am, I am,
I am.
You cannot tell me that I am not who I am.
And I am Jeannie Looper-Smith. And before our core value today, I just want to acknowledge our brothers and sisters on the west coast of Florida and beyond, and let you know, whether you can hear this or not, that we are holding you in our hearts. At CSL, we have 7 rather juicy core values that are the focal point of our spiritual community. They are love, healing, oneness, abundance, spiritual growth, sacred service, diversity, and inclusivity. Today, I'm going to tell you a story about oneness. Oneness as a spiritual principle doesn't call upon us to embrace the notion of sameness. I'm not suggesting that because we're all one, that we're all the same. But the call of oneness is to feel our connection to all of humanity and to realize how much alike we really are. Our balcony, overlooking a beautiful Zen garden in our apartment complex, sometimes has the flavor of a scene from one of my favorite Alfred Hitchcock movies, Rear Window. Like Jimmy Stewart, the film's star, who was captivated with a bird's eye view of his 1950s neighbors' lives, we've had our own balcony perch with its window into the world of communal living, and an unintentional view into the lives of some of our 21st century neighbors. A few nights ago, we saw a young couple who have lived directly across from us for more than 2 years, cleaning their now empty apartment, while their toddler and small dog tracked across the floor just as quickly as they could mop it. They were obviously cleaning to move out and move on. We've never met that young couple who has been across the Zen garden and in clear range of our sight, but we have felt a strange connection to them and the pieces of their lives that have unfolded in front of us. At night, we, and most of our neighbors, close our blinds so that what goes on in our lives remains hidden from view. Night after night, they have unabashedly kept their lights on and their standard issue vertical blinds pushed back and wide open. We often remarked that they seem to have absolutely nothing to hide. But the bright lights at night didn't prevent our seeing their lives unfold in their living room whenever we sipped a glass of red wine from our unintended, admission-free, front row balcony seats. The scenes on the surface seemed mundane and ordinary. We've observed her standing and holding their new baby, swaying back and forth in the rhythmic way that mothers calm and soothe their infants. We've watched their small dog excitedly compete for their attention with the infant who no doubt intruded into its world. We've seen the baby become an unsteady toddler, taking his first steps and then master the art of walking. We've seen them entertaining other young couples on Saturday night get-togethers and watched them unload groceries and work on their laptops. We noticed her belly distending with what became unmistakable evidence of a new addition to their family and perhaps the reason for their departure to another living space. And now, from our rear window vantage point, we feel a bit of sadness at their moving on. We were able to see bits of their lives unfold and realize that even without the murder and mayhem that Jimmy Stewart witnessed in the movie, we were watching the real drama of life. We were accidental observers of the day-to-day activities that create and sustain life and love and connect all of us profoundly as human beings, regardless of our age, our gender identity, our race, our sexual orientation, vegans or carnivores, we vote red or blue, prefer dogs or cats. No, we aren't just like them. They are young just starting their lives with probably many decades ahead of them. Ross and I are reminded that the bulk of our lives are behind us, and we're in a very different season in our journey than the one they are living. But we are very much one with them in the rhythm of the stories, large and small, that we all are acting out in living color. And although we never met them, we never really knew them. In a way, we knew them intimately. No matter how the spiritual awareness of our oneness with others comes into focus, whether through a rear window gaze at a global level or a glimpse across an apartment Zen garden, today, our CSL core value of oneness takes center stage.
You have a fan club here. Jeannie, thank you. That was brilliant. Thank you so much. So good morning, everyone. I'm Reverend Skip Jennings, and I'm your senior minister here at Center for Spiritual Living, and it is my honor and privilege to be here today. And I want to say a big shout out to our online community who held in with us. It took us a little time to get streaming today, but we got there. It doesn't matter how long you get there, you will get there. So thank you from faith to our Facebook and people that are online and YouTube. We bless you and we honor you. CSL is a part of a global organization which is over 500 centers worldwide. We are a spiritual community that honors all religions and all faiths. We know that there is no wrong way to worship, whether you're lighting a candle, repeating a mantra, or offering a prayer. We respect and honor any ways that draws us closer to Spirit. So we celebrate the diversity in religion practices with our ceremony this morning, the Flames of Faith. The candles lit for the Tao, to honor the universal path of harmony and the natural way. The candles lit for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous people. The candles lit for Hinduism to honor the spiritual paths of devotion and the variety of religious icons and deities. The candles lit for Judaism to honor the path of sacred law. The candles lit for Buddhism to honor the Four Noble Truths and the way of compassion. The candles lit for Christianity to honor the Christ consciousness that lives in all of us. The candles lit for Islam to honor the path of peaceful submission to the will of God. The candles lit for the universal religion of Baha'i, to honor the path of unity. The candles lit for our own faith, New Thought, Ageless Wisdom, to honor the metaphysical path and the practice of universal spiritual principles. And then finally, the 10th candle is lit for peace and for the peaceful acceptance of all faiths and all spiritual practices worldwide. And so it is.
Don't need you to love me. I don't need you to love. I got my sister. I can't see her now. She may not be here, but she's still mine. I know she still loves me. I got my children, I can't hold them now. They may not be here, but they still mine. And I know they know I love them. Got my house, it still keeps the cold out. I got my chair when my body can't hold out. Got my hands doing good like they supposed to, showing my heart to the ones that I'm close to. I got my eyes, though they don't see as far now. They see more how things really are now. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna take a deep breath, gonna hold my head up, I'm gonna put my shoulders back and look you straight in the eye. I'm gonna flirt with somebody when they walk by. I'm gonna sing out, sing out, yeah. I believe I have inside of me everything that I need to lead a bountiful life with all the love alive in me. I'll stand as tall as the tallest tree, and I'm thankful for each day that I'm given, both the easy and the hard ones that I'm living. But most of all, I'm thankful for loving who I really am. I'm beautiful. Yes, I'm beautiful. And I'm here.
Yes. Oh my. If you don't know, that is actually from The Color Purple, the musical. And The Color Purple actually is my favorite book of all times, Alice Walker. And it's my favorite movie. It is absolutely my favorite musical, and that is my favorite song. And we didn't even have a conversation about that We didn't talk about that, and I am here. I got to tell you, that song tells you no matter what you're going through, if you can state, I am here, you are alive and you're ready to thrive. I am so grateful for our music department. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful for all of us in the house right now because guess what? We are here. Look at the person next to you and tell them we are here. Say it to them. That is when we get to make a declaration that we are here and that we are alive. How precious life is. How precious life is. And I got a chance to see this in real time last week when I saw the first hurricane that passed us here, but we saw the devastation that happened on the west side. So our heart goes out to all of y'all. We hold you in our hearts because today is oneness. We're talking about oneness. Trust me, there's only one of us here. There's only one of us on this planet. There's only one of us in Florida. So what happens on the west side happens to us as well. And that is the true nature of oneness. Today we're going to get into a great book, and I love this book. Before we do that, I actually started preaching already. But before we do that, I want to share with you our monthly video that we get a chance to create with our marketing partner, Baxter Martin. Hey, Jerry, let's play that video. We've actually changed our marketing tagline from "There's a place for you" to "Get centered." If you want love, get centered. If you want to find a family that loves you, get centered. If you're looking for meaning and purpose in your life, get centered. And we are the center here that we're going to help people find their true calling. And that is why we're here today. So we have a great new book, and if you do not have a copy of this book, I'm going to invite you to grab one before you leave. It's called Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty. How many of us have read this book already? Oh, this is the book that's going to really change the way you see who and what you are. And this is what Jay says in the book right away. He says this: why should we think like monks? If you wanted to know how to dominate a basketball court, you might turn to Michael Jordan. If you wanted to innovate, you might investigate Elon Musk. You might study Beyonce to learn how to perform. If you want to train your mind to find peace, calm, and purpose, monks are the experts. So one of the greatest monks that was ever a teacher in my book, and he's written many, many books that I've read, a lot of them. He's written books like The Miracle of Mindfulness, Living Buddha, Living Christ. If you don't know about this monk, it's time that you begin to explore. His name is Thich Nhat Hanh. He's one of the greatest monks that ever lived. If you don't know his story, he was a Buddhist monk in Vietnam, and he was exiled for speaking out against the Vietnam War. He moved to Paris, and he did a lot of work, and he helped to change the planet and how we had a new thought about mindfulness. I thought it'd be appropriate that we start off this talk with a video from Thich Nhat Hanh. Hey, Jerry, let's play the video, please.
Dear Tai, my question is, since I was younger, growing up, I felt like I was always being compared to someone who was better than myself. And I've experienced since I was little, up until now as well. And my question, and it causes me to feel like I need to seek affirmations in my own decisions on someone else's opinion, whether what I did is a good decision or a bad decision. And I feel when someone speaks good of me or compliments me, I feel very happy about it. But when someone speaks negatively of me, I feel like I'm not good enough. And it makes me feel like I'm always second, or I'm always a shadow of something that I cannot attain. So I feel sometimes I lose ground of my own self. And my question is, how do I become more stable so that I don't need to seek affirmations and outside of myself?
Mindfulness can help you to have faith in yourself. If we look deeply at things, we have our own way of understanding. And in our daily life, that kind of insight that we get concerning people and things is confirmed by your life, your daily experiences. And you believe in your insight. And if you really believe in your insight, and then you have a confidence in yourself, practice, for instance, if you practice mindful breathing well enough, and find it helpful, you get the joy, the happiness, the peace while practicing. And then you believe in it. You believe in the effectiveness of the practice. And even if 1,000 people tell you that it's useless, it doesn't make sense to practice mindful breathing, you still smile.
You still smile. See, the only way that we can be confident in who and what we are and to really know who and what we are is the spiritual practices. See, everyone outside of you will tell you what they think you should be and how you should act, but until you begin to connect with yourself, your true identity, will you ever be able to move forward and fulfill your purpose? Today we're talking about I am what I think I am, the true identity. And part of the things that we need to look at is what is the true identity and what isn't. See, we do walk around with these false identities, also known as the persona. We walk around with these ideas of what other people want us to show up as, and that's not our true identity. It is a facade. It is a role play that we play in public. We take on a facade by what we do, the things we do. We say that I am a doctor, or I am a minister, or I am a teacher, or I am a writer. That's not who you are. That is what you do. The house we live in, we create a persona about the place that we live and the area that we live. And right now I'm looking for a new apartment, so I'm studying the area that I want to live in. But that's not my identity. That's not who I really am. The car I drive or the car we drive, we begin to create a persona around that. We create a persona about the places that we hold within the community, our families. Some of us say we are mommies and we are daddies, and yes, you are, but that is not your true identity. Your true identity is what you bring to what you do. We take our past experiences and we program our present now from our past. So we identify with maybe a past sickness. We identify with things that we have gone through, our heartbreak. That is not who you are. That is an experience. Both Ram Dass and RuPaul have said it. I don't know who said it first. I think it's Ram Dass. Ram Dass and RuPaul both have said that we are spiritual beings and the rest is just drag. Yeah, because the drag we put on the face that we want people to see, or what we think that people want us to show up as. The true nature of who we are is something so much deeper. You know, I love this study. I love this book. I love what we're getting to drop into because Ernest Holmes' biggest teaching to us, he left his legacy. It is done as you believe. So if you believe in the false identity, then that's who you are. But if you want to get deeper into the truth of your true identity, we must begin to believe differently. And what is a belief? It is a series of thoughts that we think over and over again, and then we become to believe it. Who are you, CSL? Who are you really? True identity. And see, you know, our personas have a reason why they are there. This is what Jay Shetty says about our personas. The different personas that we have, I'm going to start that over. These different personas have their benefits. They enable us to make the money that pays the bills. They help us to function in workplaces where we don't always feel comfortable. They let us maintain relationships with people we don't really like but need to interact with. And that's a big thing. We need to have some personas when we get out into the world. But as long as we understand that we are wearing drag, then we're going to be able to function from our true nature. So where do we learn these personas from? We learn them from online. We learn them from our parents. We learn them from television. We learn that if we show up in a certain way, we will get certain things. If we get on, we will get along. We will grow if we show up a certain way. But how we show up is still not our true nature. We learn how to show up in relationships. We learn how to show up from our partners, our husbands, our family, our past relationships. This is where we learn the personas from. But again, that's not our true identity. So here it is. Who are we? We are spiritual beings first. That's it. In fact, our true nature cannot be seen, but it can be felt. Our spirit is invisible. Our spirit is the energy that we must go a little bit deeper to really connect with. Here's our spirit. It is divine. It is everything that the universe is. That is what we are. That is our true nature. We have a body to support the spirit. We have a mind to support the spirit. Our mind makes sense of what the spirit is experiencing, and the body temple is here to carry the spirit. So our minds and our body is here to support our divine beings. In many different New Thought communities, we have different ways of explaining this or talking about this. We sometimes call it divine nature. Sometimes we call it our qualities. Sometimes we call it characteristics. Wayne Dyer calls it the face of intention. Whatever you call it, there are these different qualities that we show up as, that we truly are. Here they are. We are love. And I'm not talking about the romantic love, I'm talking about the agape love, because agape means unconditional love. That is who we are. That is where we've been created from. Love without caveat, love without conditions, love that just is. And this is the love that's created everything. It's created me, it's created you, it's created this earth, it's created everything. That's the agape love I'm talking about. That is our true nature. We are oneness, as brilliantly Jeannie Looper Smith, and this morning I had a great insight. Her last name is Smith. You are truly a wordsmith. You are truly a wordsmith. The oneness that we're talking about is that everybody is one. We're all created from the one fabric of spirit. There's only one of us here. That's the oneness we're talking about. Compassion. Our true nature is compassion. The divine is passion, compassion, kindness, peace. Peace. That's what we are. One of my favorite Ricky Byers songs is Om Shanti. We've sang this here before. And one of the last lines that Ricky and Michael wrote was, "When there is peace in my mind, there shall be peace on the earth." Can you imagine that? We sing that. When there's peace in my mind, there will be peace on the earth. See, we have the ability to connect with peace within us so that we may see peace. We are joy. If you ever look at a child that's newborn, toddlers, they come here with so much joy. I've read, and I believe this, that children know more about God than we will ever know. They come here already with the information they need to learn, and guess what happens? They learn about rent. They watch us. They learn about heartache. They learn about you got to get a job. Yeah, these are all the parts of adulting, but then somewhere we have forgotten our joy. One of my practices has been being here to identify with my true nature is to go back to the things that bring me joy. As a minister, we must constantly fill ourselves up with the things that brings us joy, and you too. We have forgotten our joy, but we get to go back to that any moment by pushing the restart button to think like a monk. As we are experiencing inflation and we're on the movement into what people are saying a recession, the truth is that we are abundant, we are prosperous, we are filled with the energy of infinite possibilities. What are we focusing on? The experience, or are we focusing on our true nature? We are creativity. Boy, man, every Sunday I'm here, I'm listening to the creative forces of reflections. They bring the heat of the divine passion. Every single Sunday I'm going, that is divine creativity. But guess what? We are all creating every single moment. You're creating what you're about to say. You're creating about what you think. You're creating new ways to go home. Maybe you want to take this direction. And it all comes from our divine self intuition guiding us and being willing to create a new experience. We are eternal beings. We shall never be born, really, and we shall never die. That is our true nature. That is who we are. We are beauty, and I hear that baby back there going, yes, someone hears me. We are beauty, we are expansive, and we are divine. If nothing else you leave out of here today, I want you to know that we are divine. That's our real calling, that's our purpose, to understand who we are and to go out and to live it. So how do we really begin to cultivate these ideas? So we have something that we live by here, and we heard it in the Flames of Faith today, our spiritual principles. Our principles are this, that we're all one, and so when I live that oneness, that means I'm going to speak differently than to the person who got on my nerves in Publix. I'm going to drive differently. I'm going to interact with people differently because there's only one of us here. The principle of love, that everything was created by love. The only thing that brings us together and heals us is love. And when I know that, my true nature, I act differently. Creation, we are created to live our life purpose. Every day I wake up and I say, God, speak through me, as me, for me, show me what I'm here to do. Because I'm created to live my life purpose, and so are you. There's a creative process that we use to manifest the life we want. I am responsible for my life, the way I think, the practices I do. I am responsible for creating this experience. I am responsible. I believe, and we believe here, there's spiritual laws that govern our universe. Spiritual laws like the law of gratitude, the law of giving, the law of compensation, the law of attraction. These are spiritual laws that we get to manifest the life that we want because they work whether we know it or not. And we were created to be free from doubt, fear, and worry. We're created to live a life of freedom, of joy, and happiness. Another principle is heaven is not a place we go. Heaven is a consciousness, is a state of awareness. Heaven means expansive good. And today, are we living in our expansive good? Eternal love, eternal life. These are the principles we live by. So we want to get a little bit deeper into this. The only way that we can fully connect with our divine, true identity is through our spiritual practices. The first practice is prayer. I love our prayer practitioners here. Our prayer practitioners pray every day for our community. They pray for me. They pray for each other. We are praying people. We are some praying people. If you've never sat down with a practitioner and had a full session, you need to book a session because they will hold space for you when you can't hold space for yourself. Meditation is the mother of all practices to know your true identity. If you're not meditating, you're missing the divine blessing. Sometimes you need a guided meditation, so go to Insight Timer and follow me there, and I'll help you through a daily practice of meditation. Direct revelation. We are here to have a direct revelation of spirit. I know people who know about God, but I know people who know God. And when we have a direct revelation, we begin to live differently because God is not outside of ourselves, it's within us. There's another practice, it's called self-awareness. And my brother, Dr. Ferd's going to teach a class in the beginning of the year called self-awareness, self-mastery, where we can understand that I'm being triggered here. Oh, I can step back here and have a prayer. We must master ourselves so that we can move forward. The practice of gratitude. Can you look at the person next to you and say thank you? Look at another person and say thank you. That is gratitude. That is the practice of gratitude. When we are grateful, we understand that life is enough. And when we're not grateful, then we go looking for things outside of ourselves to change our existence. Hey, we're looking at the person that we are within ourselves. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. The last one is sacred studies. We can have a great insight sitting here on a Sunday morning, but if we're not willing to go deep into the sacred study and getting into a class and coming to our university and coming into class to really cultivate these ideas, will we ever really know the true meaning of unconditional love? See, these are the divine practices that we're called to be in, to cultivate who and what we are. Once again, your true identity is not what you do. Your true identity is not the car you drive. Your true identity is not your place in the community. Your true identity, that you are divine, you are love, you are oneness, you are prosperity. This is what I know for you. Until you know it for yourself, allow me to hold that space for you. And so it is. So it is. These principles, these ideas, everything became alive in me when I started taking classes. I just love what we get to do here. I love our community. I love what we get to study here. And the other thing, too, about this is that we get to take it out into a community and to continue to keep these doors open so people can find us on a Sunday and on a Tuesday and on a Wednesday and on a Monday. We're open almost every single day. We require your 3 T's: your time, your talents, and your treasures. This is the time that we get to practice the law of compensation, the law of circulation, the law of giving. The law of giving says this: as I give, I understand the abundance that lives within me. My divine idea, my divine nature is abundant, so therefore I'm free to give of my time, my talents, and my treasures. This is the time in the building. I'm going to invite our ushers to come up that we're going to pass the basket. And we're going to give from a place of divine knowing that as I give, I shall receive. I want to also give a big shout out to our TPL members. Our TPL members are those who give on a constant basis every single month. We cannot do business without our TPL so that we may know what's coming through the door, so we know what we're able to spend to be good stewards of the money that we have. And if you're at home right now on Facebook or on YouTube or online, you can go to our website, cslftl.org, and you can hit the give button, and you can contribute as well and continue to make this movement sustainable. Or if you have the app, please download our app. We're almost to 1,000 downloads now. You can hit the give button right now, and make sure that you can participate in this law of giving. So let's go within. Let's take a moment. I am so grateful for this moment. I'm so grateful for this day. I'm grateful for this life that we know that is so good. I'm so grateful that we have this center known as the Center for Spiritual Living here in Fort Lauderdale. I'm so grateful that we get to come and dance and sing and play and just enjoy the spirit of love. Knowing the one power, the one presence, that's all that there is. That is who we are. So I declare that all gifts come through the door because all needs are already met. That each and every ministry and each and every thing that we're intending to do has already been blessed. So I give thanks for everything. I give thanks for the collection. I give thanks for everyone. And we simply allow it to be. And so it is. Amen. Amen. Go ahead and ushers go out. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Yes. So good to know that we get to celebrate. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. Sometimes we need to walk around in that affirmation moment by moment, day by day. There's some moments that I am just overwhelmed by the news, and I need to go back to the truth of who I am. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. I remember my mom used to say to me, you know, God might not come when you want God to come, but God comes when you need God to come. God will show up. We just need to be open to say, help me. This is a time where I love to go into the practice known as meditation. What Thich Nhat Hanh talks about, it is mindfulness, is being mindful of any moment of how you're breathing, how you're sitting, what your thoughts are going through. I had on my live event on Friday mornings on Insight Timer, someone messaged me and said to me, I've been having bad meditations. And my response to that person was, there are no bad meditations. There is just meditations. And even if thoughts are going through and going out, that's okay. Be mindful of the thoughts. Let them flutter in and let them flutter out. In our meditation today, I want us to focus in on how we can really connect with one quality or maybe two qualities that really is us. The quality that's calling forth in me would be abundance. And normally that quality comes forth from a need. What's coming forth in you? Is it love? Is it wholeness? Prosperity? So today I invite you to come in to our meditation and pick one quality to contemplate.
Every day, every day, every day, every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day. Every day,
God is all around you. God is in you. God is everywhere present. As we close our eyes and we begin to meditate, what quality are you bringing into your meditation? We get the chance now to, in the silence, to become that quality. Let's meditate, y'all. What quality did you bring into your meditation today? And I invite us to take that quality and begin to live it throughout the week, throughout the month, to remember our true identity. That is when life becomes alive for us. We show up differently. We play differently. We go to work differently with a different purpose. That is what this meditation is all about.
Every day, every day, every day, every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day.
God is all around me.
Every day, every day, every day, every day.
God is all around me.
And I'm thankful. And so it is. And I'm thankful. And so
God is all around me.
And together in the room, let's do our collective Om as the oneness today. Let's inhale. Release your breath. Inhale for the Om. Inhale. Om. And so it is.
young girl, don't cry. I'll be right here when your world starts to fall. Oh, young girl, it's alright. Your tears will dry. You'll soon be free to fly. When you're safe inside your room, you'll tend to dream of a place where nothing's harder than it seems. No one ever once so bothers to explain of the heart they yourself like your oldest friend. Just trust the voice within, then you'll find the strength that will guide your way. You will learn to begin. Just trust the voice within. Yeah. Young girl, don't hide. You'll never change if you just run away. Away, yeah. Young girl, just hold tight, and soon you're gonna see a brighter day. Oh, in a world where innocence is quickly claimed, it's so hard to stand your ground when you're so afraid. No one reaches out a hand for you to hold. If you're lost outside, look inside to your soul. When there's no one else, look inside yourself like your oldest friend. Just trust the voice within, then you'll find the strength that will guide your way. You will learn to begin. Just trust the voice within.
You know, every week One, two? Okay, thought I turned off. Good. Every week, we have something called the Dream Team that we get together, and we talk about the music. And Antonio, you just pick it out of the park every week. Trust the person inside of you. That was a beautiful song. Please give Maylene some more love. Truly love you. We're blessed. So here at CSL, we have a lot of different things that go on here. If you want more information about what we're doing for registration or how you can sign up to be a part of our community, please go directly to our website, cslftl.org, or go to the CSL app where you can sign up and register for any of our classes. We have prayer practitioners here that will be available for prayer right after the service. If you're looking for someone to hold consciousness for you, hold that space for you, I really suggest that you get a prayer. Any prayer practitioners that are here, will you please stand up and so we can see who you are? Thank you. Our prayer practitioners are right here. Thank you so much. Thank you for your service. And at home, if you want a prayer right now, you can go directly to our website and you can hit the prayer button, or even go to our app and there's a prayer that's already been prayed up for you. And our youth department is thriving. Our thriving youth department is so amazing. In fact, they're going to come up and sing the final song with us in a few minutes. Our youth department is thriving. They're learning the same exact thing that we're learning here. If you're wondering if you can bring your kids to our community, yes, you can. We have a brand new youth director, Jerry Williams, and he's doing such an amazing job already. So come and bring your kids. And we also have a program here on Wednesday mornings. It's called Flow, Meditation, and Yoga. It's with yours truly. You can come in and we can get our meditation on together at 7:15. I know, I've heard y'all say it's so early. But sometimes you got to get up early to get the first little nudge of the day. So come on Wednesday, 7:15 for meditation and for yoga. So we have a very special guest that's coming in next week. Her name is Reverend Cynthia Lindenmeyer. She's actually a member here, and she is coming to be our guest speaker. I'm going to be here as well. And she's also going to be giving a workshop right after called The Heroic Journey. I want you to come in and join us here and see what you think. She's one of our candidates to become an assistant minister here in our community. Also, starting this Tuesday, it is called Get Centered the four agreements, the teachings of the four agreements. That's my class. I want you all to sign up today. Get your four agreements on. We're going to do a deep dive. We're going to be doing some experience with other people. We can talk about what the four agreements really mean to us. We get to celebrate. Yes. We're also looking for hosts to host what we call Party for 8. Party for 8 is you're willing to open up your home and host a party for 8 members, and there is a cost. So we're asking people who are willing to open up their home to be a host. Would they please see me or Maria at the end of service? And also, we have something coming up called Gratitude Fest. We're still looking for people. It's a big festival that we're going to do on November 19th for our community. We're looking for people to come up, and we're looking for people who are willing to be a vendor or to be of service. If you're interested in participating in our Gratitude Fest, please let me know after service. I know our kids are lined up, but we have one special guest that's here today. I'm going to have him come up. His name is Paul Jackwith. Did I say that right, Paul? Where are you? Jack, come on up. Get up here. Get up here. He's from Mental Health America, our Southeast Florida division here, and he's part of our what we call our community partners. And guess what? Is that time of year again where we hear from our community partners?
Thank you, Reverend Skip. Good morning, everybody. Now, Reverend Skip told me I had 33 minutes, so I'm going to try to...
I got the hook. I'm going to have to hook you.
3 minutes. Sorry. Now I have to pull back a little bit. I apologize for that brief lapse. But I'm from Mental Health America of Southeast Florida and Florida Initiative for Suicide Prevention. Since you all joined us and we joined you, we have had an abundance. And we talked about abundance this morning. In our organization of services and delivery of services, it has exploded. I'm thankful for our relationship with CSL. We've done some workshops here, and I'm going to tell you a brief story. You can learn more about some of the services we have, but I do want to thank a few people. Reverend Skip, thank you. And to the band, I don't know why, but I've been told if you ever perform anywhere that has a band, you have to thank the band. I'm not really sure, but thank you. Also, Tony Powers, who some know, who's on my board, and she's actually my boss, so give her a big hand. And I have two of my other staff with me, Chris Yocklin and Rafis Nin. And I'm going to tell you about one of our new programs in just a moment. But first, I just saw something this morning, and it kind of struck me to speak with you this morning about, and it goes like this. Years ago, anthropologist Margaret Mead was asked by a student what she considered to be the first sign of civilization in a culture. The student expected Mead to talk about fishhooks or clay pots or grinding stones, but no. Mead said, the first sign of civilization in ancient culture was a femur, a thigh bone, that had been broken and then healed. Mead explained that in the animal kingdom, if you break your leg, you die. You cannot run from danger, get to the river for a drink, or hunt for food. You are meat for prowling beasts. No animal survives a broken leg long enough for the bone to heal. A broken femur that is healed is evidence that someone has taken time to stay with the one who fell, has bound up the wound, has carried the person to safety, and has tended the person through recovery. Helping someone else through difficulty is where civilization starts, Mead said. We are at our best when we serve others. Yes. And after all, that's what we do. That's what all of you do. So you can find out more about our services at the table, and I'll tell you one brief story because I got to keep my comments brief. We have a program called the Lost Team, and it stands for Local Outreach to Suicide Survivors, specifically set up to work with people who are the survivors of a death by suicide. Rafis, who is sitting in front right here with us, is director. To find out more about it, come meet him. It's a valuable services for people who have suffered. And I know in this community, we've had some really significant losses due to suicide. We are here to help. We're here to provide services to help you get connected to other services. I think I'm coming to the end of my time, but please come see us at the front. We have a table out there. Introduce yourselves. You want to know more about what we do, please find out more about us. Thank you, and thank you for your service to us. Thank you.
Thank you. Stand up. Let's do this together. And we have an affirmation, and the affirmation is right below you or around you, so grab your affirmation card. I hope you're using this throughout the week, because this is a great reminder of who we really are. Let's do the affirmation together. I identify with the divine that lives within me, allowing love to shine bright, and so it is. Amen. So let's remember this together. There's only but one power, and that is the power of love. There is only one vibration. The vibration is the energy of God, the universe. And we are a divine emanation of that love, that energy. And I am so grateful for this day. I'm grateful for this community, CSL. I'm grateful that we get to come and to celebrate love. I'm grateful for our youth department that's here today, that's going to sing with us. I'm grateful for each and every member. And as we grow spiritually, the rest of the world has no option but to follow suit. I give thanks and I simply allow it to be, and so it is. And so we are. Amen and amen. Thank you, everyone at home. We'll be on again, 10:30, same time next week. And let's sing with our kids. This is my wish.
This is my wish for the world, that peace will find its way to every boy and girl. This is the time for harmony. Let love be the song that everybody sings. Fill the air with joyful voice, ring the bells and raise your voice. Let there be peace on earth, peace on earth. Lift your light and let it shine, 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 shine. Let every voice be heard. Let there be peace on earth. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah. Peace on earth. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Peace on earth. Fill the air with joyful noise. Ring the bells and raise your voice. Let there be peace on earth. Peace on earth. Lift your light and let it shine. Shine, shine, shine. Let every voice be heard. Let there be peace on earth. Let every voice be heard. Let there be peace on earth.
You're welcome, everybody.
Happy Sunday. See you next week.
Thank you for taking part in today's live stream. Your participation means so much to us. Remember, there's several ways to give. Click on the donate button here on Facebook or donate at our homepage, cslftl.org. There's also a regular giving program called TPL, where you can set up a monthly contribution. You'll find details on our webpage, cslftl.org. Here's a great way to stay in touch with CSL Center for Spiritual Living. Our brand new app is available in the App Store under Center for Spiritual Living, FL, and that's Florida. Stay in touch, and thank you again for participating in our live stream. We'll see you soon.